What's happening?
Not much. It looks like you
Yeah.
got a tan.
Well, since I came back, I started to spend a little time out by the pool. So I was really, really white. You know what I mean? I was glowing the other night. They were making jokes about me, calling me Casper, and you don't look as chipper as the last time I saw you.
No, I'm not. So I'm sure you've been out of the loop, but here, let me just fill you in on some of the loop, and the rest that we can fill in afterwards with mentioning names. Right now, we're
Okay.
gonna do no names. I had reached out to someone who asked me to confirm what was going on with my dad. This person did a video about how Jeffrey Augustine had set this whole thing up with my dad, and if I needed to clarify it, I should reach out to him. So I thought I could be the one to broker peace, because I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to see anyone go down. I don't want that. I don't want someone being treated like garbage, nor do I want them getting death threats. Ever. I sat here not even a month ago when Amy and Claire were getting death threats, begging for people to stop. And now I'm the one getting them.
I'm sorry.
But I reached out to said person, and I confirmed everything that happened at my house. Everything that you and I talked about, I confirmed everything that happened at my house. And I also wanted him to see how kind someone was. So I had made a statement. Please see how kind she is to me on this situation. Please look and see she's not a jerk that you're playing out to me. But I said it in much better terms. And it went from much better terms to I was somehow betraying everyone, talking shit, don't belong in the second gen group. I deserve to be kicked out and ostracized. So that just happened, and I've been sick trying to stay away. That person, just so you know, Blow Drill is mentioning said person's name in the emails. So same, because I hurt said person. I deserve to die.
Yeah.
So I am walking away. I am choosing to give up on getting my father out. I am choosing to give up on believing that this is the greater good.
You know what? Before you do anything, a couple of things, and this is solid advice all the way around, but anytime you feel like that's something that is a good move forward, and it might be. I'm not saying it's not. It might be the absolute right move. But always let the sun come up and see what it looks like tomorrow morning. Because every once in a while,
yeah, I've been waiting a couple of days.
It has a way of sometimes looking a little different after a couple of sunrises and maybe a few conversations as well. I want to tell you something though. I got a guy that we have affectionately called 1206 Charlie. Because every night right after midnight, I get an email from this guy that says it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. You will be found dead with a needle in your arm. Right? Now, I've blocked this cat. I'm not joking. 500 times. I'm not exaggerating this much, because he's been doing this for 2 years. And sometimes I'll forget about him and I don't check him for a couple of days, and they'll be the same, like 4 or 5 under the same email. Then I got to go and block that. He starts, but he never misses a night. He sets up a new email. Once I responded and said, I assume it's a guy, but who knows? But I said, dude,
yeah, you never know if it's male or female.
Yeah. But I said, dude, if you put this much effort into anything, right? Like the piano, you'd be able to play. Like the guitar, if you took this much time and dedicated it to anything on planet Earth. But what you find is that these people's threats are no more real than they are, right? It's not fun. It's uncomfortable. I've brought it into other people's lives in the past, which makes you feel horrific. It's part of what we do that sucks, right? But it is a way that people have to get really phenomenal people to stop doing really phenomenal things. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely threatened my kids and my family. Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I've been there. I've had people mail pictures of their junk to family members and people that I cared about, and it's horrific, isn't it? I mean, it's these people are they're not the salt of the earth,
No,
right?
they will pick any negative thing, and then you put that out there. You literally put out that negative item, and all of a sudden it's like you don't even have to. I don't even have to ask people to say something negative to someone else. That's why names aren't being mentioned. No, it's not Jeffrey Augustine. This was a different conversation. But
by the way, I respect that. And you know what? Here's the thing. Very often you're in just as good a shape to go, you know what? I wouldn't want their names out of my mouth anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because let's be really honest, Liz, for lack of any other way to think about it. We live in a really bizarre world. People like you and me and and others who do this, right? This is kind of a bizarre world. But the people that get really upset with us and the people that really hate us would like more than anything in the entire world for you to say their name on here, right? For real, because you're good at what you do, right? You're good at what you do. And people actually come here and watch. And if they can really upset you and you say their name on here, well, then they can get the same exposure without doing the same kind of work, right? Or connecting with people the same way. And then suddenly they can get
clicks and views and doesn't deserve anyone to care one iota.
Right. Those who can create and those who cannot troll because they make money or they make clicks or they make views or subscribers or whatever off of other people's efforts, off of things that other people do well. You're not going to.
Yeah.
I honestly, and listen, I took a break, man. I walked away from the lifeboat, which was hands down, this is the most important thing I've ever done and the most important thing in my life. And I said, I can't do this anymore. And I shut it down and I walked away. I will tell you this, it has a way of really not wanting you to leave. You're going to, and I don't mean even just people, but there's going to be a drawback because this is, you're the type of creator that actually does connect with the audience. Right. There are people who don't, Liz, but you're not one of them. And that connection is something that is very, very real. And when I get away from it, like I was just on a business trip and went 5 days where I wasn't with the audience, but it's painful when you're not there and you're not connecting with them. It's hard as hell. But I think that I think you will do what's right for you. I really believe that. I got big faith in you. But boy, I'd like to, if there's anything I can do or you have, anything I can do to help.
We'll talk after the live, okay?
Absolutely.
For those of you that are not familiar with with this amazing man, his name is Tommy from the Lifeboat. Since right now what is going on is I'm not in a place to help anybody stay sober. I'm not in a place to be able to help anybody right now. Please definitely head on over to the Lifeboat if you ever need any sobriety. I am definitely not your girl right now because I'm struggling with that as it is. And I've worked too hard to stay clean. I've worked too hard to stay clean from alcohol and drugs.
That goes above everything else, right? That needs to always go above everything else, to be sure. Good for you. I mean, I'm not, but that's the most important thing. And I've been there so many times, and you do have to put it before everything else. And then things change, Liz. Right? Then things change. Things mellow out.
I'm not
Life.
saying in a year from now, 2 years from now, things won't change. But right now, as long as I'm getting threats for me to take my life, or someone else is going to take my life, I'm good. I'm good. No fighting a cult is worth getting threats or do anything along those lines. No, it's not worth the threats. It's not. I know a bunch of you had questions. Carrie is throwing them up. Unfortunately, threats work. Yeah, because you never know who's going to be the person that's saying it, and you never know who's going to be the person that's doing it. Because there are
True.
two types of people, everybody. There's the people that say and the people that do.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there are people that do. For those of you who believe that that's not the truth, sadly, it is. I've told the story on the boat before, but I was actually on one Con Air with one of them, with one of those lowlifes. But you know what, going rogue,
Yeah.
I understand. I understand your sentiment. But very often when we begin to call out names, we keep these people in business, so to speak. It's a really fine line. It's a hard thing. But you know what, Liz? The one thing I have absolute faith in is that you will do what's right. I have no doubt, and it's not going to. I promise you, it's not going to change our friendship. We'll always.
I'm pretty sure I can take you. Like, I don't know, we've met in real life. I'm pretty sure I can take you.
You know what? I'm not going anywhere.
Just because you laugh at the idea, and then it would hit you out of nowhere, and you'd be like, "What's going on?"
No, I laughed because I was thinking to myself, since the last time you saw me, I've probably dropped about 25 pounds. I'm probably not nearly as. I was probably tougher the last time you saw me. Was what I was thinking. I'm a little smaller now.
That's a good thing. As long as you're happy, that doesn't matter, right?
Yes, I really am.
Being happy, and because when all of this went down, you were not happy. You were not happy at all.
No, I really was not.
But
Sarah, normally good to see you, Sarah. No, I was not. And it was ugly, wasn't it? I mean,
it was very ugly. I know for me personally, I called you crying. Because I'm crying right now, everybody. So why don't we just have a talk about it? I called Tommy because some items had been stolen from me. And Tom knows a lot of people. And so I was praying to God that he knew someone that collected Pokemon so that I could get those cards back, because they were my firsts. Not my seconds, not my third. They were my firsts. And I don't have a lot of happy childhood memories. And I'm sorry for what I did. Super Pup, thank you so much for the memberships, but I'm not joking, guys. This isn't me trying to make you click. This isn't me trying to go up. This is me blowing kisses and saying goodbye.
I think it may just be their way of saying,
please don't. But I get it.
Please don't. Exactly. Well said. By the way, well said. Not surprised, but well said. You know what? Here's the thing, Gamer Jackie. I'd like to answer that question. Why would somebody take that? I think two reasons. First of all, people that steal are usually broken, right? Usually has something to do with drugs. But in this case, I think it was also done just spitefully, which is something that makes it, obviously considerably worse. And they're valuable. Make no mistake. It's don't take that away from it. They're also quite valuable. But yes, haunting sometimes, says Mandy McGee.
Yeah.
But you have to do what's right. what's right, Liz. But you have a lot of people that love you for really obvious reasons. Again,
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, Tommy. I was hoping that this was going to be a short one. I know quite a few people sent some messages, so let me grab some of them. Here's, please take care of you. I emailed you earlier because I appreciate you. Please know you are loved and appreciated. If you need space to step away, please do so. I'm definitely doing as much as I possibly can to step away. I don't know who these are from. Julie, I see so much. You have helped me, and I'm grateful that I was able to help you. I truly am. But if you could reach out to Tommy, like if everyone that is subscribed to me just reach out to Tommy, I promise you, we've all been on that gravy boat. So please definitely take time and reach out to me as I just drop things. Krista, hi family, to my beautiful mods. Thank you so much. Betsy, I love you, Liz, for real. I love you guys too. I really do. I just I personally yes, Kitty, thank you so very much. I probably, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Peaceful activist, thank you. Super Pup, again, thank you. I don't know what to say to you guys. It's just too much, guys. It's too much has happened, and too many things has happened. So the power that lies, please still get your treatment. You are the most important. I'm trying to do what I can, guys. I am absolutely trying to do what I can. And that means that I have to do what's right by me. I am gonna now go offline and talk to Tommy. I have loved you. I will, no matter what, love all of you for the joys, the laughter, the fun, the hearts that you have all given me. Thank you for trying to help me get to my dad. Thank you for trying to help me stand up to who has abused me. And no matter what else, please find Tommy, and if the mods can throw up his link, or Pearl Snappy, Alicia, Degraded Daughter, do any of them. Children of Scientology, absolutely. Let me grab this last one and then I'll end it. Make it make sense, Liz. Here for you, whatever you need it. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate you. I love you all. It was a pleasure getting to know you, and I wish you all the peace and happiness in the world. And have a great rest of your day. Miss Sunrise Dawn, love you. You're stuck with me. You're more than welcome to email. A lot of you I've talked to. So above all, thank you. It's just me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I bid you all adieu. It was a pleasure knowing you. I love you. Have a great life. Smile, because you never know when it's not going to be able to smile. So thank you so much. I am, say goodbye and adieu. Have a great time, everybody. Don't forget to love who you do love.
Shit.